What single moment in your life instantly showed you true love? One morning, my mom was going downstairs to make my dad breakfast and had a heart attack and fell. My father picked her up as best he could and almost dragged her into the truck. At full speed, without respecting traffic lights, he drove her to the hospital. When he arrived, unfortunately she was no longer with us. My parents were married for 55 years. During the funeral, my father did not speak. His gaze was lost. He hardly cried. That night, my siblings and I joined him. In an atmosphere of pain and nostalgia, we remembered beautiful anecdotes. He asked my brother, a theologian, to tell him where mom would be at that moment. My brother began to talk about life after death, and guesses as to how and where she would be. My father listened carefully. Suddenly he asked us to take him to the cemetery. Dad. We replied, it's 11 at night, we can't go to the cemetery right now. He raised his voice, and with a glazed look he said, don't argue with me, please don't argue with the man who just lost his wife of 55 years. There was a moment of respectful silence. We didn't argue anymore. We went to the cemetery, and we asked the night watchman for permission. With a flashlight we reached the tomb. My father sat down next to the tomb, prayed and started letting it all out. It was 55 years, you know? No one can talk about true love if they have no idea what it's like to share life with a woman.